Hi everyone, it's Tammy with Frou-frou Studio, and welcome back for the Color Combo 2024 challenge for this week. I'm glad you're here with me. Today, the prompts are arrow, and the color is coral or peach. So I'm going to build a little pocket and a tag, kind of Alice in Wonderland inspired. And let's get started. I hope everybody is having a great start to your week. The weather here is beautiful today. It's about 70 some odd degrees, headed towards the 80s, the low 80s. And it is beautiful outside. So I'm making this video a little bit later because I was outside for a little bit today. It's going to rain tomorrow, so I wanted to take an advantage of the weather today so that when it's raining tomorrow, it won't be so bad. Alright, so this is what I have. This is a mismatch. Is that the right word I'm looking for? Of different papers that I'm going to use for this. I'm filming this on Monday because my granddaughter is having eye surgery tomorrow. So, not that I'm going or anything like that, but I wanted to be available in case the boys needed something while she was having her surgery done. She's been waiting for this surgery for a long time, so she's been in glasses since she was about 4, maybe 3, very young, for a eye that crosses, and she is having surgery to have that corrected tomorrow. So hopefully when everything is said and done, she won't have to wear her glasses anymore. Her glasses mainly have been to keep the eye straight. So she's looking forward to it, but she's kind of nervous too. You know how it is when you have any kind of medical anything done. It makes you nervous. I don't even know if I'm going to use that tag, but we're going to ink it anyway, just in case. So we're about to wind down on this particular challenge. Let's see. I'm going to make my tag first, and then I'll determine how my pocket needs to be. So what I have for the tag is I have some book page that is from an Alice in Wonderland book. And I just want to use some of it for kind of a background. This particular paper is Graphics 45. And it is the Imagine collection. And it has kind of this corally, peachy color, and it has roses in the background, so I thought that would work for the tag. Cut that brown strip off there so I can decide how wide it needs to be. So I'm going to put Alice on here with some book page behind her. Ink that up. Probably won't need all of this. So if this goes here, just to kind of break up that color a little bit. And then I have a clock, and this is just scrapbook paper. This may be Stamperia paper. I can't remember. It was a big sheet of just all clocks, and I cut one out, and I made these little hands for it out of paper that look like arrows. So that's going to be one of our arrow references. And I'm going to put it up here in the corner so it looks like she is looking at the clock. So if I make my tag, I don't want it to be too wide. Because I want to make sure it's going to fit in a journal. Okay, so if I cut this, excuse me while I think out loud a little bit, right here, so it hits the end of her dress. I think that's where I want it. Let's cut that and see what that looks like. Looks more like a journal card than a tag, doesn't it? That'll work too. It's about 4 inches. Alright, so we're going to put this down first. Let me cover my ink there before I end up with it all over me, because that's what'll happen. Get my glue stick and my glue book. Some of you may have seen on Instagram, we adopted a dog, a rescue, and she is a sweetheart, and she has such a pitiful story. She came from this little small town here where I live, and they do not have like a humane society per se, but they do have a dump. And so the people that are cruel take their animals to this dump and dump them. And there is a volunteer organization that police this dump, and they go and get all the animals that have been dumped and put them in crates, because that's all they have is crates. And they put them in crates until they can, you know, kind of farm them out to whatever humane society around has enough room to take them. And so she was from this place and had been taken in by one of the local humane societies, and was, you know, taken care of, given all her vaccines and was spayed and microchipped and all that kind of stuff. And she is just a baby doll. She is so sweet and so smart. She's a shepherd, some kind of shepherd mix, but she's small because they said she was like a year old. But she only weighs like 20-something pounds. So she's very small for a shepherd anyway. I'm gluing these hands down because I don't want them to get caught on anything, and I don't really care if they can move or not. I just put the hands on there. So yeah, she's a sweetie, but she's doing really well. She's had no accidents in the house. She knows no. She can sit. Very smart girl. So we're pleased to make her a part of our family. We named her Bluebell after my husband's favorite ice cream. We call her Belle. Cutie. She's a cutie for sure. Okay. So there is our journal card, and I think I'm going to back it, and I'm also going to round all the corners. So let's see if I have something to back it with. Over here, I didn't think about that, of course, when I was can I use this. Is this tall enough? Yep, that'll work. I use a glue stick. Sorry, I'm having issues here. Now, we have 2 weeks left of this challenge, and next week I will be announcing the next challenge, which I have decided what I'm going to do. So if you didn't join this challenge because you thought it was too far along when you found it, or you know, you're not comfortable with color, or for whatever reason, if you want to start the next one, I will be announcing it in next week's color combo video, which will be on Tuesday, and it will have a different hashtag. We've been doing the color thing now for about 1.5 years, so I've about colored out. Not that I don't like color, it's just I'm out of colors. And I'm out of prompts. So we're going to do something different. It'll still be a prompt-based challenge. And I hope everybody's going to like it. Alright. Let's round the corners. Make it look more like a journal card, and then we'll ink it, and then we'll make the pocket. We'll be good to go on this one. Sometimes, even though I know what the prompts are ahead of time, I don't ever pull my stuff out till the day I'm going to make the video. And sometimes I can say, oh, I know exactly what I'm going to do. And I can pull the prompts together in a few minutes and, you know, be ready to go. And then sometimes I have no clue, like today, and it takes me forever to get it all pulled together. Alright, so this is going to be my pocket, and this is Graphics 45 out of that same kit. And it has some watches, and it has some teapots, and different little things. So I thought it would work for a pocket. So, and I want to make it a gusseted pocket so that when I go to make a journal, if I want to make it a little, you know, something in it besides just this one journal card, I'll have room to do that. But I'm just going to put the gussets on the side. I'm not going to put them on the bottom. And this is cardstock, so I'm not worried about reinforcing the top or anything like that. And I just marked off 4 of those, and I swear there's one. I was going to say, I can't see them. Okay, and then I'm going to fold it over. Just a little bit. And I'm going to cut like an angle. On the little tabs. Just like that. And then I'm going to put a notch in the top. What size? This size. I need to empty that out. Normally I'll take those little plastic things off. Alright, so let's ink around that now. Excuse my reach. So what are you guys working on? I've been seeing some really good videos. Of some of the projects you guys have going. I just finished that religious art and architecture journal, and I think my next one is going to be kind of all different kinds of maps, because when I was going through looking for something to do for this, I did not realize how many map papers that I had with different kinds of maps on them, as well as original maps, you know, vintage maps. And so I thought it would be kind of cool to make a journal that had all these maps in it, and maybe call it, you know, where in the world or something like that, and just do all kinds of different maps. Alright, I'm gonna put this coffee dyed paper behind this, because I want to use this washi tape that has arrows on it to kind of go across the top. So let me do that first. Whoops, that rolled right off the table. All right, so I'll put that on there, and I'm going to trim it down, but I just wanted to go ahead and put it on there so I could figure out how I want to do this. And then I have this peachy color flower, and I have these mushrooms that I'm going to put on here. Kind of like that. I may put that all the way across. Let's see. So if I put that on there. All right, so I'm going to put this on. And it's going to be too long, of course. But we can trim it. Better than that, I could wrap it. Look at that. It fits up perfectly. Couldn't have planned that any better. Okay. Let's put some ink there where I folded around it. Okay, so there's our pocket. And then we're going to put, this says create your own dream. So I thought that was appropriate. And then we're going to put our mushrooms. I'm going to put them so they're sticking up over the top of the pocket. So I want the wider ones in the back. Get all these little places. And then the dark one. And of course I put glue too far up. That's a shocker. Okay, and then our flower, and this is just kind of like a paper flower that I put a grommet, or not a grommet, a brad in the middle of, because the piece that actually came in the center was very dimensional and it would have been too thick. So I removed it and just put a brad to hold it together. I hope that'll go down in there. I may have to trim some off. I measured it though, didn't I? That doesn't mean anything. Look at that. Bend it in too far. And I'd rather cut the card than have an extra crease in that pocket. Just a little bit. So, I think I'm going to cut it on this side so that it leaves the clock hold and cuts a little bit of her skirt off right down there at the bottom. So, let's take a little bit off. And we'll re-round that corner and re-ink it. It's a great thing about junk journaling is you can usually fix it when you've miscalculated. So don't ever think, oh, I gotta start all over, because you can always come up with a solution to make it work. Make sure it goes down in there. Yep. All right, so there's our pocket. And then I am going to keep this tag with it, but I'm not going to put anything on it at the moment. I am going to put this little bitty mini tab on here. But other than that, I'm not going to do anything else to it right now. And then when it goes in a journal or wherever, I can decide then if I want to put something else on it. And then that can go right there. So there we go. There's my make for today for coral and arrows. Not real creative, I know, but I had to work with what I had, and I couldn't think, like I said, I couldn't think of anything exciting. So I'm gonna say that one's done, and we'll just move on to the next one. The last two are going to be fairly easy because I saved the square and the rectangle to the end because we all work with squares and rectangles. So I thought that would be an easy way to finish out the challenge. Next week is square and navy blue, and the last week is the rectangle and lime green. So, and again, next week I will be explaining the new challenge and let you guys know what you need to prepare for that. It won't be anything difficult. at all. And I hope you decide to continue to do the challenge. And I guess until tomorrow when we do Tuesday, Wednesday. Wednesday is no digitals allowed. See, I don't even know what day of the week it is. That's pretty bad when it's Monday and you don't know what day of the week it is. But, yeah, thanks for joining me. And I'm sorry I sound so discombobulated today. I'm not sure why that is. But, don't forget to use the hashtag ColorCombo2024 when you're posting so that we can all see what everybody is making for the challenge. You all have been so supportive and have had such clever ideas, and it thrills me to no end to see your makes. So, yeah, please use the hashtag and post your beautiful, beautiful makes. And I will see you guys back tomorrow. Bye.